So for the body, as I mentioned, ideally you won't have another group named body, or maybe you maybe want to change this name to body build or something like that. So it's not clashing, because if it's clashing, you cannot build because you have different childs. So for the clavicle, it's just really straightforward. It's just a bone. You may want to put it like where the clavicle is. You can just put it more in the center, more outside. And similar to the spine, we also have a helpers to help you aim it correctly to the shoulder. So if you go here and you click fix clavicle, it's going to make sure that it's aiming to the shoulder. So that's really important. That will be the spine. Doesn't have anything fancy, really just an FK joint. Then we have the shoulder. This one is one of the more complex ones because of some limitations. So first of all, I won't recommend you using the fixed legs or fixed arms, because it may break it. So as you can see, nothing happens, but sometimes it added some orientations on different joints. As you can see, it's adding some rotate to X, and let's see if it's adding some orienting here. So what I'm recommending here is that you have this one as like this. Needs to be aiming the red one to the next joint and the green one here. And it's really important that they have a little angle so the pole vector know where to go. So in this case, it's going to go to the back. And then it can only have translate X, translate Y needs to be 0, translate C needs to go 0, rotate X 0, rotate Y 0, and only rotate X. And the same on the orients. So in here, as you can see, it's add a little bit. This is going to be adding a little bit here, and you can only have it in here. So only in here and in here. Also, if you want, you can just delete this one and only have it in here, and it's going to be fine. So let me just update a little bit. So let's call it like this. And that is really important, because if you have something like this or like this, it will work, but the IK is going to not be as good. So if you want like a nice rig, it's important that you don't have anything in here, only rotate X. And that will be the limb. Then we have the hand. The hand is quite easy. It's just some FK controllers like crazy. The important ones are always going to be the green ones. As you can see in here, this green one is not looking correctly, I think. So what you can do is on parent, go to that one, make it go up, green, and Y to the next one, something like this. Then you can go parent, and you have it fixed. For the fingers, as I repeat, the green one is the important one, so it needs to be the bend to be up. Also in the thumb is really important. And placing fingers is the most boring thing in the whole planet, so I give you also some tools. So first of all, it's going to be the hand, the wrist to wrist. So it will be snapping this joint to the wrist, as you can see. So it's like easier to place, because in this case, this one is also like really back. So let's go wrist to wrist. Then we have like these fingers. And as you can see in the preset, they will be having like some kind of orient, and sometimes that doesn't work because your guy doesn't have it. So you can also do like this. You can just press this one. It's going to make it go like straight. So it's easier to place. But in this case, it's already positioned correctly, so I will keep it like this. Then we have the smart hand. This one, you just need to do anything. This is just a smart block, so you just put the name of the hand of the block, and it's going to make a little circle to be nice. Then the pelvis, that is just an extra joint. This one, to be honest, is kind of useless, but like 1 in a million times the animator want to use it. So we have it in there, and it's just going to be a little bit above the leg, and it's also have like a fixed pelvis, like the clavicle. But ideally, I just put it like this because it's like a top of IK or top of FK control in there, and it's kind of nice to have. So the animator like it. Then we have the limb of the leg. This one have the same rules as the arms. You will only have, in this one you can have as many as you want, but in this one, and in this one, like in here, like the shoulder obviously need to have all this, but this one and this one needs to be clean. And as you can see, I didn't clean this one, so let me just clean it real fast. And this one also I need to be super clean. Only have translate X and rotate Z. Also in here, in the audience, as you can see, doesn't have anything, and this one, as you can see, only have translate text and rotate, but doesn't make sense to make it rotate. So, and we want to have the red going down and the green going back. And that will be. Also remember to have the knee, so the pole vector knows where to go. Then we have the foot. For the foot, we have some nice helpers, to be honest. I will just first of all duplicate this sandal geometry so I can show you some of the stuff. This is the sandal. I will be deleting this one. I'm going to delete the history in this one. And for the feet, the idea is this one. You have the guides in here. First of all, you have ankle to ankle, so you can snap it. And this one is 100% necessary that you do the ankle to ankle for the reverse foot to work. Then you have the ball that is meant to be like where the fingers are, like so you can like bend the fingers. Then that one going down, then that one going down, that one going down, and these ones are for the foot to be able to rotate side to side, and this one for the tip of the feet. And this one is kind of boring to position. It's also important that they aim correctly, so as similar to the other ones, you have the fixed foot, so you will make them like orient correctly and it will snap it. I will just control Z because I want to show you something else. As I can show you in here, you can also use the shoe to guide. So if you have like a shoe or a geometry, you can also do like shoe to guide, and it's going to make the positioning way faster. It's going to be like not perfect, but it's going to be really nice for you to start like the positioning. So you just go here, move it a little bit because it needs to be like where the fingers end. This one is way too front, then this one needs to be like a snapping in here, and this one needs to be a snapping in here, a snapping in here. This one needs to be a snapping in here, and they needs to be like on the floor. So when you hit fixed foot, it's going to put them like on the floor. But also remember that you have this 0 on Y, so you can just do like whoop, and then you have it. And that's the foot. Then we have the smart foot that you don't need to place anything because it's just going to grab everything from here. Just you can use the alt mode or not alt mode depending on the animation director. Then the foot box, nothing fancy. Then we have the head and the neck. They are together because they have a ribbon between them, so it's kind of useful. For this one, they don't need to match, but you also have the neck to spine in case you want them to match. And also you have the fixed head, so this one is aiming up ideally, but you can also do like the fixed head. So it's going to make the aim to the other joint. In case you want that one, I prefer to have them like aiming always straight, but you can do whatever you want. This one needs to be like 0x. And fixed X set. Then we have the eyes. For the eyes, this needs to be like in the middle of the eye. You can always come here, do a cluster, deform cluster, grab this guide, modify, mass translation. As you can see, it's already in the center. And this is where the controller is going to be for the aim, so don't put it like in here, try to put it like in a nice distance. Then we have the push joints that I think they need to be a different video because they don't have a block, they are a custom code. And as you can see, they have some locators, the left and the right, and they just need to be where the positions are. For example, this one is going to be the elbow, this one is going to be the elbow but in the back. They are really like explicit names, so you know where to put them. And as you can see, it's kind of easy, but it's more complex because they are a code block. But if you want to update, you just need to come here, and as you can see in here, every one of them have like this kind of code, and they have like the start position and the end position. So this is how much they are moving when the elbow is, in this case, is going to be the hip is rotating in Z 60 degrees negative. The push joint is going to be moving 10 negative and 5 positive. So that's how they work. I repeat, kind of complex, so you can use them as they are. If you want to add more, you just need to duplicate this, change the name, and update the code. But I think for now, just use as they are. And if you feel like super comfortable doing it, go for it. I believe in you. And then we have a convert body that is going to be converting the body. for the sorry, I blocked myself for the game engine, so you will be having the skeleton joints. And that is the body placement. So thank you for watching and see you next one so we can see the face. That is really funny and interesting.